Hello and welcome to another video. And this one is a little bit different from the rest. It's like an extra notes to my SR Lupusregina guide that I uploaded like 1 day ago, but it's not exactly a continuation of the guide. That is gonna be the practical part. That is when I go to the arena mode and show you her teams and compositions. This one is to make a little bit of an exploration that I didn't made the last video on the Lupusregina guide. It's a little bit about her mechanics. Here, if you go to the skills, the All-Greater Heal, that is the ultimate, we see that at 4 and 6 stars, she grants recover and effect resistance boost to the target for 2 rounds. And if we remember what I said or how this skill works, this is a single target heal, but the passive skill, the regeneration, makes every time you heal someone, you're gonna heal extra targets. So, originally the ultimate only heals one, and then regeneration kicks in with the arc light and heals multiple allies. Yeah, but the way that is written right here that grants to the target makes you think that only the one you choose is gonna get recover and effect resistance boost from Lupusregina ultimate at 4 and 6 stars. Thing is, even I believe it that you only give one recovery and effect resistance boost to your team, but the truth is that when you throw the ultimate, you give the double buff to everyone on your team, unless your team is afflicted with buff absorption. But you give this to your entire team, so everyone gains the 45 increase on effect resistance and the 6% max healing or max health converted as healing before interactions. I used to say that if you're gonna use the Algorithm heal, target your ally that you will think it will need the effect resistance boost the most, because this makes you understand that you're gonna give it to one, but no, you give this to multiple people, so you can give this to everyone. I will still recommend you to specifically target the Algorithm heal to the ally that needs more health, because this HP restoring is only for one ally, as well as the debuff purifying. And then the regeneration kicks in and heals other people, but it's for 8.5% of her max HP of Lupusregina max health, and the ultimate it's from 18% to all the way to 24%. So still target the upgraded heal to the ally that is in more need of healing, but do not worry, the recover and effect resistance boost is gonna be for everyone. And another thing that I want to clarify, but that is more for my playstyle than an overall thing about the character, is this. You can see here that my Lupusregina has almost 100% effect resistance, which is quite a lot. Let me take that off for a moment. That's a girl that I know I have been making some duels with, and I just got 3 fights with her. She won 2, and she won. Sorry, I won 2 that I already have recorded. I'm gonna upload very soon, and she won the third one because I used a random team with characters under 20k combat power. But anyway, the other thing that I want to clarify is that with the effect resistance boost that I have here of 96.2%, is mostly because of my playstyle. Remember that the more effect resistance your character has, the more likely is to resist enemy debuffs such as freezing effects, controlling, or taunt, or bleed, or shock, all of those debuffs, or defense down even. Resist everything unless the enemy has what is called a fixed chance. That bypasses the effect resistance. But why I put so much effect resistance on Lupusregina? Well, because I can combine the 96.2% effect resistance on her plus the extra 45% effect resistance from the Algorithm heal of the ultimate to get over the cap of 100% effect resistance. So basically becoming or making this character immune to skills that have basic chance as their probabilities, and that may have 50% effect precision or even less, like 40% or 30% effect precision. Characters with 40% effect precision, for example, and 100% basic chance of inflicting something, like, let me give a little example here, like this skill right here that has 100% basic chance and has 14% effect precision. The ultimate of this character will not be able to inflict any debuff on her, because that will be a total of 140% chances of putting the debuff on her, but she will have over 140%, sorry, yeah, over 140% effect resistance. So the effect resistance will uh, kick in and make her resist the enemy debuff. That way I can throw the ultimate and not worry about this character getting stunned or getting inflicted with bleed or with shock or any of those things. And my other characters on the team are still enjoying the recovery and effect resistance boost, which is really, really useful. And the last thing that I want to clarify or say with the skill set here is that if you get a turn with this character and your team is not injured, like they're 90% health or even 100% health, not a single one of them is even hurted, you can still throw the upgraded heal. And yeah, of course, you're not going to be using any good use of the healing, of the 80% max healing or 24% plus the regeneration, but you can throw it as a prevention. So you can give the recovery, the effect resistance boost to all of your teammates, as well as the block debuff stack to everyone for 2 rounds. So by the time the enemy tries to hit you, like for example, it's a bleed team, and they throw you attacks with the bleed stacks to kill you with damage over time, because you already used the upgraded heal at the start or before the enemies throw that damage, in case that your Lupusregina plays before the enemies, you're gonna be able to give your team more chances of resisting the bleed effects or the shock effects or even the burn effects before the enemy even has a chance to inflict them. Otherwise, if you do it the other way around and you wait and use only the heal or the basic attack, the enemies are going to be able to inflict multiple debuffs on your team. And by the time your Lupus Regina gets the second turn to put the Algerator heal, the allies are already inflicted with bleed or with shock or all of those things, and the damage over time already took effect, and your team is already damaged. So you're gonna use the ultimate to heal, but the debuffs are already on them. You can do it the other way around, throw the ultimate preventively, and you can even avoid sometimes your allies to get inflicted with multiple debuffs, or at least if they were gonna be inflicted with, let's say, 3 debuffs, maybe at the end they only got 1 debuff because of the regeneration block debuff stack plus the effect resistance boost. So you can use this skill preventively even if you think that you're not going to be making use of the healing. And you can do it more freely if you have Bear set, because you will have more chances of getting the ultimate sooner than with any other relic set. And you still have the healing with the second skill that will activate regeneration, and that is also a healing to all of your team. So you can use the ultimate preventively and still make good use of that and get the benefit not only from the healing but also from the multiple resistance boost that she gives. So you could use the character in those circumstances as well, and not worrying about wasting the skill or having to wait like 2 turns to throw it again. And if your other characters on their team already have like at least things like 40 or 50% effect resistance, when she throws the ultimate, you're gonna be able to boost everyone effect resistance so high that it will be really difficult for the enemy to inflict any debuff on any of your characters. So if you have a tank with a lot of effect resistance, she is a nice healer to pair with, so she can throw the ultimate, and the recovery plus effect resistance are gonna go making a good combo on the tanks, because recovery, as you can see here, uh, makes you regain 6% max health before action, and the tanks that have the most health on the game are, old tanks like a Valkyrie Shelter or Tank Albedo, or the tank Cocytus, like this one right here, has S on HP, has the Valkyrie version has also S on HP here, and the tank version of her also has S on health. So those characters will get a lot of benefits from the recover effect, and also the effect resistance helps them because they're the tanks. They're the characters that get in the way and soak the damage for you or for your characters, your other allies. And with all of that clarified, that is basically everything for this time. And the practical guide will be out like today on the night or something like that, I think. So yeah, thanks for hearing my awful voice and being here. And until the next time, I guess.